We'll call over the regular meeting of the Ascension Parish Council, Thursday, March 17th, to order, please. Tonight, our invocation will be led by Bishop Derek Matson of Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints here in Gonzales. Bishop.
Our kind and gracious Heavenly Father, we humbly bow our heads before Thee this evening and give Thee thanks for the many blessings that Thou hast bestowed upon us, for the opportunity that we have to live in this great country and the freedoms and liberties that we enjoy, the opportunity that we have to assemble freely this evening. We ask for Thy special blessing this evening to be upon all those who participate, that there might be a spirit of unity and civility and temperance. We pray especially for the family of Polly Temple, that they might be comforted in their time of loss, and Thou wilt comfort that family and watch over and protect them. We're grateful again for those who serve us here in the parish, and we pray for a blessing to be upon them, that Thou wilt strengthen them and buoy them up, that Thou wilt strengthen their families and provide with them the things that they stand in need of. Bless our parish that we might continue to prosper, that we might have sufficient jobs for those who reside here in the parish, and that we might be able to continue to enjoy the blessings that we have here. And we again ask for these favors and blessings in the name of Thy Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Bishop. Our pledge tonight will be led by Lieutenant Cody Malonson of the Ascension Parish Sheriff's Office and a lifetime member of the Prairieville Fire Department. Lieutenant Malonson.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks, Cody. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special treat tonight. I've got Zach Guy, 11th grader at East Ascension. He's an Eagle Scout candidate. His Eagle project was a flagpole at the lake at Lamar Dixon that the President and I attended about 3-4 weeks ago. It's quite a project, and Zach did quite a job with the Star Spangled Banner. So good, I wanted everybody to hear it. Zach, go ahead. Thank you, Zach. That's Mr. Zach Guy, ladies and gentlemen. I do not have any chair additions tonight. Public comment sign-in period. Anyone will speak on any action agenda item, please sign in with Ms. Cinnamon right now. Cinnamon, give me about a minute, minute and a half. Anyone that hadn't signed in yet, give them time to sign in. While we're doing that, Cinnamon, I'll go back to roll call. Councilman Benny Johnson's tied up in traffic. Councilman Adrian Thompson is at work, and Councilman Dennis Cullen is out of town tonight. Okay, I'll move to item 5, presentations. Certificate of recognition for electronic timekeeping system, Trent Woodard, Christy Anderson, Sherry Bellina, and Amanda Barreau.
Yes, this group was in charge of coming up with a timekeeping system. 'Cause during Hurricane Gustav, our system failed miserably, and they worked very, very diligently. And I can tell you, we have the state-of-the-art right now timekeeping system. I don't think anybody in Louisiana has one that's any better. And I'd like to ask Amanda if she wants to tell us a little bit about the project.
Just let everybody know, before the timekeeping system, most of the time cards were processed on paper, a very long and involved process. So the Chrono system, which is what we purchased, eliminated approximately 90% of paper timesheets and greatly enhances the ability for us to watch out for errors and things like that. So a little bit of a green project or something like that. So we're very grateful we could be part of it.
You ever tried to keep FEMA records and try to keep time sheets for FEMA? I can assure you that you have to cross every T, dot every I, and if you don't do that, you won't get reimbursed. And I'm just proud to say that we've done extremely well with the Gustav records, and now that you've caught up. But in the future, it's taken so many hours to do that project by hand and with paper and everything else, that this new system, again, I will say, will save us a lot of money and make sure that we're efficient. So, certificate of appreciation. This certificate is hereby awarded to Christy Anderson. The Parish of Ascension is proud to present the certificate of appreciation to Christy Anderson for your dedication in implementing the parish electronic timekeeping system. We join Council Chairman Pat Bell and the entire Parish Council in expressing our deepest gratitude for you, for all you do for Ascension Parish government. And I'll just hand them out. Christy, you first. Next, I'm going to ask Mr. Tom Ure and Mr. Kevin McCarroll to please come up. As most of you know, we are working on a parish-wide sewer system for the residents of Ascension Parish, and BSF has graciously donated 40 acres for us to utilize for a treatment plant or any other way that we need to use it for this system. Industry does a great job. They pay 50% of our taxes, both sales and property taxes, and a lot of times they don't get recognized, but for this achievement, we certainly do appreciate it, and I'm sure all the citizens in Ascension Parish will appreciate this once the system is complete. Now, that's going to be years and years down the road, but you have enabled us to get off to a great start, and we really do appreciate it as citizens, as officials, and hopefully in the future we can repay you. The Parish of Ascension is proud to present this certificate of appreciation to BASF Corporation for your generous donation of land. The donated 46 acres of land located next to Lamar Dixon Center will be used as an integral part of the total development plan for a parish-wide sewer system. We join Parish Councilman Pat Bell and the entire Parish Council in expressing our deepest gratitude for your generosity that will benefit the residents of Ascension Parish. Thank you.
Well, thank you guys very much. We certainly appreciate it, and certainly appreciate very much all of your support. Obviously, we strive to be good neighbors, good custodians, and help out when we can, and certainly appreciate the recognition, Tommy.
Glad to have you. Thank you. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Okay. Next, we have a proclamation for National Volunteer Week. Please come forward.
Parish of Ascension, State of Louisiana proclamation to proclaim National Volunteer Week in Ascension Parish. Whereas experience teaches us that government by itself cannot solve all of our nation's social problems, and Ascension Parish government saw the need for and created Volunteer Ascension to serve our community. And whereas the giving of oneself in service to others empowers the giver and the recipient, and whereas all community members can affect positive change with any volunteer action, no matter how big or small, and whereas volunteers can connect with their local community service opportunities through service organizations like Volunteer Ascension, using their name and talent to make a real difference in the lives of others. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed, I, Tommy Martin, as President of the Parish of Ascension, State of Louisiana, by the virtue of the authority vested in me, do hereunto proclaim April 17th to 23rd, 2011, as National Volunteer Week in Ascension Parish, and urge our citizens to join Volunteer Ascension in making a contribution to Ascension Parish by volunteering and recognizing those who serve.
This is a special week for us, National Volunteer Week. It's a time for us to salute our volunteers who serve tirelessly through the year. And it's normally the time that we have our Volunteer of the Year awards, which will be on the 19th this year. And it will be at the Clarion, and nominations are now open. I know that all of you know volunteers that are working hard in our community to make a difference, and we encourage you to nominate those volunteers. Whether it be a group or an individual or a youth, we are looking for nominations for those awards. So we encourage you to submit some. Should you need a form, just call our office. We'll be happy to get one to you. Thank you for this. I have, yes. One full year. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Next, we have a proclamation for National Autism Awareness Month. Please come forward.
It's my little buddy Cohen. We met a couple years ago and got to be pretty good buddies, and I'm proud to see him here tonight, and proud that we could do this for you for National Autism Week. And I know you've been a great volunteer and working with kids and done an excellent job. So if we want to ask all of you to come up, you gonna say it? You gonna make a speech tonight for me? Parish of Ascension, State of Louisiana, proclamation. But that's okay. Proclamation. Proclaiming April 2011 Autism Awareness Month in Ascension Parish. Whereas autism is a lifelong developmental difference associated with significant alteration of an individual's ability to learn in the same way as others, which may include differences in social behavior and communication. Whereas autism, also known as autism spectrum disorder, affects people regardless of race, religion, socioeconomic status, or geography. And whereas the incidence of autism in the United States is approximately 1 in 110, according to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. Whereas evidence suggests autism is a result of neurological abnormalities affecting the functioning of the brain, and few members of the general public understand this complex syndrome. Whereas persons with autism can be helped to reach their greatest potential. Accurate early diagnosis and the resulting appropriate education, interventions, as well as community acceptance and accommodations are vital to the future growth and development of the individual. Now therefore it be proclaimed I, County Martin, as President of the Parish of Ascension, State of Louisiana, by virtue of the authority vested in me, hereunto proclaim the year 2011 as Autism Awareness Month in Ascension Parish. Thank you all so much.
Well, we have a great crowd out here to support autism awareness, and I'm going to let Sandra speak next. She's been working so hard on this too, and Mila. And the Autism Walk is coming up. We're just so proud of it. And we just wanted to thank everybody in Ascension Parish. We're so blessed to live in a community that cares so much. And we're proud of Cohen, side by side. He's with us every step of the way. Mila helps her mom too. Sandra, she's the founder of the Ascension Parish Autism Support Group, a wonderful, wonderful networking group to find great information. Last year's walk opened the Autism Spectrum Disorder Resource Center in Baton Rouge, so we're just so proud of it. And my family and I have always looked at Cohen's autism as his greatest ability. It is not a disability. And I just think that we are so blessed to live in a community that takes action and that's active for awareness. And I just want to thank you, Mr. Tommy, and just everybody, all the councilmen and everybody. Mr. Kenyon, you've been a great help to us too. And I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I just can't thank you enough. And I think Cohen practiced a little something.
Thank you. Help me out my friends. Thank you.
Thank you, Cora, and thank all of you.
Thank you, Mr. Martinez, and I appreciate Ascension Parish for doing this. You are the first of all the cities around here to step up and make the proclamation for Autism Awareness Month this year. Last year, we didn't realize this was our first autism walk for our region, East Baton Rouge, the 7 parishes in Region 2. We didn't realize that 1,600 people came to our autism walk last year, and we raised about over $75,000 to open this Autism Resource Center. It's first of its kind in the state of Louisiana, and you have 2 part-timers from Ascension Parish that go to Baton Rouge to work and reach out to families. In the last year, we have reached out to 3,000 families in Region 2 that are affected with children with autism. And also, we are getting a lot of adults that have been misdiagnosed calling our center, calling for information and referral. And because of the Ascension Parish Autism Support Group, I have reached out to so many people. And because of that, it's good because back then there wasn't that support that we had a long time ago. Thank you so much for doing this. Our Autism Walk is Saturday, April 9th. We are going to have David St. Romain there from Prairieville performing, and come and join the festivities. We're going to have a lot of fun that day. It's going to be at the State Police Headquarters. And we do have a 5K run and a 1-mile walk. So if you want more information, it's www.rcasd.org. And thank you very much for y'all's support. And because of Tommy Martinez and the support of Ascension Parish and the Apple League, we feel very welcome here at home. Thank you so much.
Before I get to the parish president's report, I'd like to recognize the president of the Ascension Parish School Board is in the audience tonight, Mr. Ed Price, please. This afternoon, before coming here, I read my paper and found out that the president had been his name is the Louisiana School Board Association Member of the Year. Congratulations, Ed. That goes right along with our education system. That tells you something right there. Thank you, sir. On a bad note, I just was handed a notice while our meeting was going on. We didn't know this before, maybe, but Mr. George Martinez passed away this afternoon, and also Mr. Bubba Gosmer. Parish President report.
One more proclamation. That's proclaim March as Professional Purchasing Month in Ascension Parish. Whereas the purchase of goods and services has long been recognized as the foundation of commerce, whereas the purchase and materials management profession works for the private, public, and profit and non-profit organizations, and whereas the purchase and materials management profession has a significant role in the quality, efficiency, and profitability of government and businesses throughout the United States. Whereas the residents of Ascension Parish should be made aware of the vast savings of tax dollars because of food purchasing and materials management practice that are conducted by our Ascension Parish Purchasing Department. Therefore, be it proclaimed that I, Tommy Martinez, Parish of Ascension, State of Louisiana, by the virtue of the authority vested in me, do hereunto proclaim the month of March 2011 as Professional Purchasing Month in Ascension Parish. Jones, our purchasing manager, and she got a great staff. Miss Janice Brown, purchasing supervisor. Charlotte White, buyer. Cynthia LeBlanc, buyer. And Teresa Poche, purchasing accounting clerk.
Thank you. The purchasing department would like to thank the parish president and our department director, Gwen LeBlanc, for their support throughout the year. Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Does that conclude your report, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Item 7, consent agenda, adopt a regular council meeting minutes of March the 3rd, 2011. I'll need a motion. Motion by Councilman Randy Kluart, second by Councilman Todd Lambert. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. We'll move in our general business section. Ms. Joan Shivers, please. Bid item.
On March 1st, 2011, the purchasing department received one bid for a remanufactured screw compressor. The bid was received from Corporate Mechanical Contractors. After review, the purchasing department and Lamar Dixon Expo Center recommend accepting the lowest qualified bid from Corporate Mechanical Contractors.
A motion by Councilman Ken Shakespeare, second by Councilman Chris Lower. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. Item 9, resolution. Ms. Martha Collins, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the council. Tonight I've had before you a resolution asking you to grant Parish President Tommy Martinez and Ms. Gwen LeBlanc and the Finance Department to sign and execute the contracts for or application to go forward with the 2011-2013 Louisiana Emergency Shelter Grant.
I have a motion by Councilman Dempsey Lambert, second by Councilman Todd Lambert. Any discussion? Any objection? Resolution passes. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Item 10, our Chief Engineer, Ben Laurie, please. Slow down, Ben.
about that. Yeah, this is a balancing change order to close out the contract at $0.
So moved.
A motion by Councilman Randy Cluart, second by Councilman Todd Lambert. In discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. Okay, we'll next move on our planning and zoning recommendation. Planning Director Ricky Compton, please, sir.
Bullion Crossing, Plan Unit Development, Major Use Change, Site Plan Revision, Phases 1, 2, and 3 by Quality Engineering Services, LLC, Council District 4, to accept or deny.
Before we accept or deny, I have one speaker, Mr. Randy Gotro, please.
Good afternoon, Councilman Bell and Parish Councilman President Martinez. I'd just like to say I appreciate you guys working this out. I understand that you've worked with the Ascension Parish School Board to work out a situation where they get some infrastructure at no charge. And of course, I know they're purchasing the land in this subdivision, but I know you've all been ridiculed about not working within intergovernmental agreements, and I appreciate that. And on that behalf of commending you for the job you do, I would just like to say to the people listening out there who have possibly been moved in this parish for within the past 10 years, I've watched over the past 4 or 5 years these meetings and watch you guys get ridiculed and talked to like you're about in the third grade students and accused of all kind of things. And I finally had enough of it. I've lived in Ascension Parish all my life. I know 95% of these councilmen, I know their parents were born and raised here. I know they were born and raised here. I know they have children that live here. They have brothers and sisters that live here. And they, in my thoughts, I can't say how you guys got elected. I really can't. Because if you listen to what's been brought up here the past 5 or 6 years, I would swore if I'd have just moved in Ascension Parish and didn't know you guys, I would swore that most of you have criminal records, or that you've moved in this parish from somewhere else to corrupt it, to bring in traffic, to flood the bayous and the ditches and disrupt our drainage, to disrupt our land with subdivisions and overcrowd everything. But you know what? I'm not a real smart guy.
Hurry it up, Randy.
Okay, but I do think that y'all have done a great job. I do think that y'all have Ascension Parish in mind, and that y'all decisions are made to benefit and progress Ascension Parish. So I want to commend you on that, guys. Keep up the good work.
Okay,
If anybody out
thank you,
there
Randy. Time's
feels
up.
like that,
Thank you.
come on up and speak.
Next one, I'll need a motion to accept or deny, please.
I'll move to deny.
Okay, we have a motion to deny.
I second.
We have a second by, beg your pardon? By Councilman Todd Lambert. Ricky, what was the recommendation of planning and zoning?
The recommendation was to deny.
Okay. All right. Okay. Motion has been, it is denied. Any discussion? We'll move into our introduction of ordinance section, item 12. Ms. Tony?
This is the introduction of an ordinance to declare
we vote?
surplus and
Council.
authorize the sale of miscellaneous.
Hold up, Ms. Tony.
Hold on.
I'm sorry, what?
We did-
We'll need a vote on item 11. All right, discussion. Councilman Cluart, please.
Yeah, Ricky, could you come back up? This is the recommendation to deny, that's coming from your department? That's coming from
No,
planning
sir,
and
that came
zoning?
from the commission.
Okay, when was this last in front of commission?
I don't have the dates in front of me.
Okay. Any more discussion?
Yes.
Councilman Shakespeare.
Yes, and as was stated before, my disclosure to participate in discussions, I have outside the parish business with one of the engineers on that project, so I want to disclose that. But I want to get some information, the background information, Ricky, the planning and zoning denied the change, right? I would like to find out what differences are now than it was before. Are you recommending denial, that it not be changed? Because there's some confusion, is that we're recommending denial of the planning and zoning recommendation?
That was the
Because
motion that was made.
No.
That's the motion that was made.
The motion was made to deny the project. If
Well-
I have to restate the motion, I'll say, well, I'll go with the planning zoning recommendation, and that is to deny. I will say, point of order, Chairman.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Shake Snyder has recused himself on numerous occasions. He just stated he's in business, and yet we're asking questions. I would think it would be in his best interest that he didn't ask questions dealing with this particular
No, sir.
project.
Excuse me, while I have the floor, Mr. Chairman,
Go ahead.
it's perfectly okay. I've been to the ethics board, and that's what they recommended that we do. So we're fine with that. And my question is, did anything change since the planning and zoning has recommended denial?
Yes, sir. You should have a letter in your packets that I sent that addresses the concerns that we had with the project when it first came before the commission. It is our opinion that those concerns have been addressed, and we don't have a problem with the project moving forward. But once again, it's got to come through this process.
Right. Mr. Barriger, you are part of the project. Could you please tell everyone what's the difference from what it was until what you're proposing, or your group is proposing?
I don't know if y'all had a chance to review Mr. Compton's letter. Mr. Compton's major concerns are, if it's allowed, the project didn't have sidewalks throughout the development. Since then, the developer has agreed to install sidewalks everywhere as administration wished. That's completed. Another big bone of contention was we asked for a connection to Swamp Road to be able to tie traffic in and exit from the subdivision out on Swamp Road and then the airline. We've taken that out of the development. And another large issue was traffic concerns on Airline Highway. School board needed some turn lane situations to allow kids out on Airline Highway safely, be able to make a left turn. And through many months of discussion and negotiation with DOTD, that has been settled. So we have settled the three major bones of contention with the project. You asked for some of the big differences. Approved today, we can go build right now with nobody's permission. We've already started construction and stopped because the school board asked for some property. We can build 228 residential lots. Those 228 residential lots, 98 of them would be townhomes, 130 of them single-family housing. We can build 150,000 square foot of commercial, and that's about 3 units per acre. What we're asking to do is allow a school to be built on the property. We're going to reduce to about 213 residential lots. We'll take all the townhomes out, so it'll all be single-family residential homes. We get rid of 150,000 square foot of commercial, add the school, sidewalks, pedestrian trails, things of that sort.
So what you're telling me is that you're going to change 98 townhomes, get rid of that, and do away with that, and put all single-family residential.
Yes, sir.
And you're going to add a school to the site that they have purchased
We're
the
gonna
property.
yeah, the school board,
And you're going to do the infrastructure.
correct.
And
To the school.
you're not going to have a connection unless it's a school emergency to Swamp Road.
Correct. It'll be a gated emergency exit only to Swamp Road.
And there will be, DODT has approved major changes in the corridor.
There's going to be a whole corridor redesign for DOTD came up with.
Okay. So it's pretty significant is that you're going to reduce the density and provide
And
a school site.
DOTD says they're going to reduce travel time from that corridor heading north towards Baton Rouge by 6 minutes with these changes.
Okay. Well, that's pretty pretty significant positive changes, and
And
is
again,
that
planning and zoning recommended denial because they didn't have these facts. And throughout this whole time, we've been working on it, getting a resolution with DOTD. And again, that was some of the problems. And also, staff recommended denial because of that. And it's taken months, but we worked through all the issues.
And Ricky, you've changed your recommendation from denial to approval to recommend the project? Because of the...
Not officially, but yes, that's what the letter represents, is the fact that our concerns have been addressed.
Okay. And Mr. Price, this school board, is that a possible site? Is the school board participating in purchasing the site for a school?
Yes, we've
I mean, is
contracted with the developer here as a possible site
right.
for a school, yes.
Yeah. So people have been, well, I think it's good that we are working to try to help save the people of the parish, the different entities. So I haven't seen a whole lot of negatives yet in what can be built right now and what is proposed to be built. So I hope everybody understands the project.
President Martinez.
Ben Laura and I today met with DOTD, not on this project, but that the corridor changes were certainly one of the big items that we discussed, and they are looking at taking out a bunch of red lights on Airline Highway and doing some modifications and some turn lanes and stuff. So I can vouch for that part as far as what DOTD said. And one of the main concerns that I had and I expressed to the school board on this project was coming out on Swamp Road because of the railroad track, the safety, and for buses coming over the railroad track. So again, that was the concern when I met with the school board that I voiced. So.
Councilman Kluart.
Yeah, I got a quick question. It's the notes that I got the last time I see this going in front of Planning and Zoning Commission was, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, on August 11th, 2010. Is that correct?
Sounds correct.
All right. So basically on the format, when it goes in front, you know, and you back up, Mr. Berger, and work on things that don't go back to them.
It's not necessary to go back to them. It was brought before the council, and that process started. So in talking with Chairman Bell, he agreed that it could come on the agenda because it's not out of order not to do it this way.
Yeah, I guess what I'm looking at is that there's a possibility that some of the things that the Planning and Zoning Commission was, you know, against or basically had strong questions, strong concerns about, looks like they possibly have been worked out.
Yes, sir. And part of the reason the biggest reason we didn't ask to go back is timeline. We've asked the school board to keep extending and extending and trying to work with the OTD, and we've finally done it. We finally got those issues worked out, and we're just trying not to keep going back to the school board. Can you please, please, please? I mean, it's done now, and we're just trying to get it moving.
Tony, I got a quick question for you. Basically, right now, what are we voting to not, or to deny the changes, but not deny the project? The requested change.
Are you asking me?
Yes, I'm asking, yes, ma'am.
Say it
I'm
again.
sorry.
Voting to deny the...
Tonight, we're voting to deny the change, not deny the project. I'm just trying to get it all straight.
It looks to me like it's worded in the agenda that you're voting to deny the major use change and not the project.
Right.
The project's been already accepted.
I'm seeing something different coming out of Mr. Compton. Please clarify.
When an item comes out of the Planning Commission, it's coming out with a recommendation. Their recommendation was to deny. The first time it comes to you guys, it's for review only. It's just to review what you've been given. The second time it comes to you is to either accept their recommendation or to deny their recommendation.
Mm-hmm.
So if their recommendation is to accept and you deny that, then the project is dead. If their recommendation is to deny and you accept that, the project is dead.
Right.
if their recommendation is to deny and you deny that, they keep going through the process. The next step is an introduction, and then the last step is the reading of the ordinance and the public hearing.
Yeah, I guess I'm just trying to clear up the fact that, there was some reasons for their recommendation to denial originally, which was 6 months ago, 7 months ago. And I'm wondering how the things that were, basically worked out and trying to get fixed, how does that come full circle? And I guess you explained it to me.
Any more questions? Councilman Joseph, please.
I'm gonna have to go like Randy now, because I know I'm slow over here, But it's a major use change. Just the changes. That's what we voting on?
That's what we voting
That's
on.
the way that's what it's on here. That's what I'm understanding.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm with you on the changes,
Yeah,
right?
we're not killing the project.
The project is already approved and they can construct it tomorrow.
You're killing the school if you don't vote for the change. That's what it amounts to.
Say that again, sir.
If you don't vote for the changes, you're killing the school and everything I just proposed to you. We can go build 98 townhomes, 130 single-family houses. We can put 150,000 square foot of commercial. We can do that today. We won't lose that. We're asking you to allow us to build a school, take the townhomes out. That's what we're asking to do. So if you don't allow us to do that, you're killing the school.
Any more, Councilman? Councilman Todd Lambert.
Yeah, Ricky, when you say the project is already there, which project is it? Because we have a lot of homes here that's 50-foot lots. I see, are them lots still 50-foot, Mr. Barr?
We've made some changes. Another problem Mr. Compton wanted along some of the residents, like I think some of the residents is the Brock family. He asked that the lots be more conducive to that area. We've changed those lot sizes, got rid of 50s, changed that area.
How many in this development are 50s, should I say? Maybe that would answer. Roughly,
Derek, you remember right offhand? About 80.
80%?
Yes.
Well, Ricky, with that 80%, I think we've went through this once before, that I think either planning and zoning or y'all department requires 50% being 50-foot lots. We went through this on one PUD before.
There's no requirement.
But recommendation.
It was a recommendation.
It was a recommendation from y'all department. So y'all okay with 80% being 50-foot lots?
I mean, what I'm going to say is,
I guess before y'all it was 50-foot, 50%.
It was a recommendation that you not exceed 50% of one lot size.
Right.
I'm still of the standing that this site is better with the school.
But you're still okay with 80% being 50-foot lots? But
I'm okay with give and take.
When was the project actually accepted? You saying the project can go like it is?
The original approval?
Give me a minute, I'll give you the
Not
exact-
as a PUD, but as a
Absolutely
development.
as a PUD.
I thought the PUD has never came to us as a PUD.
No, sir, it's an existing PUD. The existing lots are going to be 50s. We can build 50s today. Let me find the exact. Planning and Zoning Commission accepted September 12, 2007. Council concept plan approval was November 1st, 2007. Final development plan approval was December 12, 2007, as a PUD.
I guess that's why I don't remember. It's 5 years ago.
Mr. Chairman.
Councilman Valentine, please.
One of the major objections I got is the fact that it's coming from planning and zoning from a denial standpoint. And I understand there may be some time frames involved, but I'd like to amend my motion to say that we don't deny it, but send it back to planning and zoning to look at this situation again and come back with either accept it or deny it.
I will second that, and I would like to make sure that the school board and all the other parties, we have a clear understanding where we're headed with this, so everyone knows what we're looking at on the next round.
And you're right, Mr. Lambert, because there has been some discussion on the school board. I know that it passed, but there was some discussion of whether it should be next to the railroad track and some other things. And I know land is tough. I served on the school board for a long time with Mr. Price, and I know it's difficult to find property. But just to authorize this change, we need to just look at it.
I have a substitute motion by Councilman George Valentine, a second by Councilman Dempsey Lambert. Any objection? Councilman Shakes now recuses himself. No objections, motion carries. Ms. Tony, item 12, please.
This is an introduction to declare surplus and authorize the sale of miscellaneous movable equipment.
Motion to introduce.
Have a motion to open public hearing, please.
Just introduction, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm jumping ahead. All right, motion to introduce by Councilman Chris Lower.
I second.
Any objection? Second by Councilman Todd Lambert. Any objection? Ordinance is introduced. Item 13.
This is an introduction to acquire a parcel of immovable property for Ascension Parish government for the purpose of fire protection.
So moved.
A motion by Councilman Benny Johnson, second by Councilman Randy Cluard. Any objection? Ordinance is introduced. 14, please.
This is an introduction to amend the ordinance approving, adopting, and appropriating the 2011 operating and capital budgets for the Parish of Ascension, adopted by the Ascension Parish Council on the 29th day of November 2010.
Motion by Councilman Randy Cluard. Second by Councilman Chris Lower. Any objection? Ordinance is introduced. 15.
This is an introduction of the development agreement SPUD 11-01-DA for Parisian Villas in Lafay Center. SPUD Joint Planning and Zoning Commission recommends.
Motion to introduce.
Motion by Councilman Chris Lower. Second by Councilman Benny Johnson. Any objection? Ordinance is introduced. 16, please.
It's an introduction to revoke the 12-foot utility servitude running along the east and west property line of Lot 2 of Donaldsonville Technology and Industrial Park.
Motion to introduce, Mr. Chairman.
Motion introduced, Councilman Todd Lambert. Second by Councilman Randy Cluard. Any objection? Ordinance is introduced. Now we get into public hearings. Sorry, Ms. Tony.
That's okay.
Item 17, please.
This is to amend the Ascension Parish Code of Ordinances, Chapter 15, Parks and Recreation. The purpose is to amend the Ascension Parish Code of Ordinances, Chapter 15, Parks and Recreation, Article 1, Section 15-2, Parks Rules and Regulations generally, to add rental fees to the parish recreational facilities. Whereas Ascension Parish is a local government subdivision as defined by Article 6, Section 44 of the Louisiana Constitution of 1974, and whereas Parish of Ascension is the governing and responsible body over parks and recreation. Whereas Article 6 of the Home Rule Charter of Ascension Parish, adopted May 4th, 1993, identifies the process and manner in which to adopt ordinances regulating the lands of this parish. And whereas the Code of Ordinances, Chapter 15, Article 1, Section 15-2, was last amended on July 2nd, 1998. Now therefore be it ordained by the Ascension Parish Governing Authority that the Code of Ordinances of Ascension Parish Board of Chapter 15, Parks and Recreation, Article 1, Section 15-2, Parks Rules and Regulations, generally be amended as follows. 15-2F, lease pricing for recreational facilities. Santa Maria Recreation Center, rental rates, leasee, $600, churches and schools, $400. Rental of building on any prior to or the day after a scheduled event, including cleanup fee, $100. Darrow Community Center, rental rates, $50 per hour, $200 for the day. Oak Grove Community Center, rental rates, $150 for 2.5 hours for day rentals, $150 for rental after 6 p.m. That's
Need
it.
a motion to open public hearing, please. Got a motion by Councilman Todd Lambert.
Second.
Second by Councilman Dempsey Lambert. Anybody wishing to speak on this item, please come forward. You'll be allotted 3 minutes. Sign in with Ms. Cinnamon.
Motion to close, Mr.
A
Chairman.
motion to close public hearing, Councilman Todd Lambert.
Second.
Second by Councilman Randy Cluard. I'll need a motion to approve the ordinance, please.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Got a motion by Councilman Todd Lambert.
Second.
Second by Councilman Randy Cluart. In discussion? Any objection? Ordinance is adopted. Item 20, please.
This is an amendment to the Cooperative Endeavor Agreement between the Parish of Ascension Fire District Number 1 and State of Louisiana Department of Public Safety and Corrections through Elaine Hunt Correctional Center. This addendum amends the original agreement between the Parish of Ascension Fire District Number 1 and State of Louisiana Department of Public Safety and Corrections through Elaine Hunt Correctional Center, entered into on the 25th day of January 2011. Now therefore, the Parish of Ascension amends the agreement as follows. This amendment corrects the vehicle identification number for the 1992 Chevrolet Southland tanker to 1GBM7H1P9NJ103720. Elaine Hunt Correctional Center shall provide all maintenance and insurance for this tanker. The insurance policy must also list the Parish of Ascension.
Need a motion to open public hearing, please. Motion by Councilman Todd Lambert, second by Councilman Randy Cluart. Anyone wish to speak on this item, come forward, sign in with Ms. Cinnamon. You'll be allowed 3 minutes.
Motion to close.
Got a motion closed by Councilman Benny Johnson.
Second.
Second by Councilman Dempsey Lambert. I'll need a motion to
So moved.
move the ordinance. Councilman Dempsey, Benny Johnson.
Second.
Second by Councilman Randy Cluart. Any discussion? Any objection? Ordinance is adopted. Item 23, we'll next go into executive session, authorization to settle Herschel Farrell. I'll need a motion to go into executive session. Got a motion by Councilman Todd Lambert, second by Councilman Randy Cluart. I'll need a roll call, please.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
You got Benny.
Councilman Benny Johnson, second by Councilman Randy Cluart.
I move that we allow legal to move forward with their recommendations and settle this case.
Have a motion by Councilman Kent Shakespeare to let legal move forward with the recommendation. Second by Councilman Todd Lambert. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. All right, I have a few announcements as usual. Todd, I know you like this. Sunman, Myra, thank y'all for putting us together. Appreciate it. Lester Clint and John Conley. Deputy Eric Wagerspack, thank you, sir. I don't have any happy birthdays, but I would like to announce a Easter egg hunt, a parish Easter egg hunt, parish-wide, will be April 22nd at Lamar Dixon. April 23rd at Lamar Dixon. We can practice on the 22nd. We got Dennis Cullen be dressed up as a rabbit. So, but it's at Lamar Dixon, and what I'd like to do tonight is something dear to me, and I won't keep y'all. I'll close out, but I just want to give a superb thanks, high five, whatever you want to call it. All our parish department heads, our parish employees. That's why we're the best parish in the state of Louisiana, because of our employees. I appreciate you. The councilman appreciate you. Thank y'all very much. And I have an addition to our Ascension Parish councilman family here. Councilman Todd Lambert and Donna have a new grandson, Mackie Joseph. Councilman Lambert?
Motion to adjourn, Mr. Chairman.
Motion to adjourn by Councilman Todd Lambert, second by Councilman Randy Cluart.